That's the first type of liquidity, right? And you should be aware of this kind of manipulation. It's very common. It happens all the time, all the time, all the time. Hi guys. So today we will talk about liquidity, right? Liquidity secrets, right? I will show you guys three patterns of liquidity that I'm always looking for when I am on the market. Before we talk about these examples, I will show to you guys. You guys need to understand the concept of internal and external range liquidity. This is very important to understand the following um examples of liquidity I will show you guys, right? First of all, as you guys can see, I have some box on my trade, on my chart, right? This is the blue box, the green box, and the orange box too. What this box mean? It is they are here to show me the daily range of the price, right? Daily cycle of the price, right? Asia session, London session, and New York session. Why this is so important to me, and this is one of the top liquidity secrets, because this range will show to me basically where the liquidity of every session, right? I think almost everybody knows that as a range build liquidity to the London range, to the London session. When I'm saying range, basically session, right? And London will build liquidity to um, New York session, right? We already know this, but this is one of the confirmation, is one of the liquidity secrets, because time is very important in the strategy I use, and I will show you guys some examples today. Time. Put this in your mind. Time is very important. You will need price action and time. Time, we use time like a confirmation, for confirmation too, right? You can see here, right? When you took out the London high, the Asia session high, price made a reversal and come basically to the 50% of the Asia range and make another confirmation. We have buy right here. We took out the London high. When we took out London high, we have another reversal. Price come back to near, but it come below actually. It go below to the 50%, but basically when price took out the high, we have some signs to sell again. But let's talk um, about these three examples of liquidity. I know some of another examples, but for this video, this particular video, we will talk just about three examples of liquidity. But okay, let's start with internal and external range liquidity, and then we go to these examples, right? Look here, what we have here. This is payroll, this high sell pressure right here is because of the payroll, right? It was on uh, 5 August, right? This high sell pressure, okay. You can see that before this high sell pressure happened, we have actually some good buys opportunities on this bottom, but we will talk about this later, right? First of all, let's talk about internal and external range liquidity. For you to understand internal and external range liquidity, you need to understand the market structure too. If you don't know how to read market structure, I have already recorded a video and it's here on my YouTube channels for free for everybody. And you can just go to my channel. Of course, subscribe to my channel too, and give this video a like. Okay, go to this video, go to my channel, search for this video about market structure. I already put everything you need to understand market structure there. You can watch these videos and then come to this one, right? So yeah, when you understand market structure, basically I will make a very quick read of market structure here, right? Top, bottom, top, another bottom right here, another top right here, sorry, bottom. Let's continue a little bit to the top here, right? And this isn't another bottom yet because it didn't make a top, right? So basically we have here break of structure, we have here another break of structure, and here break of structure too. You can say, well, Edney, why this is a break of structure if it didn't make a new high? Because technically the high is right here, in some place right here, right? This top made this bottom, right? It's because we are reading internal structure. Of course, this some point right here, right? We have the external structure, some point, some top right here, and with this bottom, and inside this range we have internal structure, right? To understand liquidity, we need to understand this liquidity, some liquidity secrets. We need to understand this too. Internal range liquidity. What does mean? What does mean? Right? What is internal range liquidity? Basically, internal range liquidity is the liquidity that is inside the range. Inside the range. So when you look to this range on the 15 minutes, let's say from this bottom right here to this top, where are the liquidity inside this range? First of all, you need to understand that the fair value gap, you need to mark them, right? You need to put them on your chart. Right here we have a clear fair value gap. I will select it right here, and I will go now to the 1 minute time frame, and I will try to understand what happened to the price to go and break this structure. Right here it is the 15 minutes fair value gap, but I can refine this to this one. Look, right here we have a beautiful fair value gap right here. May price come here to fill it, right? And I don't know if this is actually what happened, but yeah, it is what happened. And you can see clearly that all of these move right here from this wick to this top right here, that is the chalk, right? That made me took this sell 1 to 5, and of course price dropped more, but I just took this 1 to 5. All of this is internal range liquidity. I will zoom in for you to see it better. Internal range liquidity, and this is very important. You need to understand where the banks have their positions, where they are, and in this particular zone you will have some beautiful confirmation. And if you have confirmation, you can go and press your MetaTrader bottom to sell or to buy. Of course, it depends on the trend at the moment. But look, this is the internal range liquidity on this 15-minute range. So where is the external range liquidity? It's very simple. It is external. It's out of the range. So if you have inside the range the internal range liquidity, the external range liquidity is outside the range. So where is outside the range? Basically, it's there, right? Why the top of the range are the external range liquidity? It's very simple to understand too. We have a lot of people that trade breakout, and they will put their buy or sell limits right here. So you can see, right? Look what happened when we broke this internal range liquidity right here. Internal range, sorry. Liquidity, we took internal range liquidity, we took out the external range liquidity, right? So think how many people was trying to buy at this breakout of this high, because for them this is how they trade, right? I'm not here to try to say they trade in the wrong way. I'm not here to judge anybody, right? But look what happened next. Price took out this high, made some move, like it will go up, but then it reversed, show a clear reversal sign. I took this sell, but all the breakout traders that was trying to buy right here, they all got stopped out. they all, right? Why? Because they was trying to buy on the external range liquidity, and sometimes actually price will took this hike and continue in the really bullish uptrend. But most part of the time, that will not happen. Price will retrace, and in this retrace, I will took my trade. I will made 1 to 5, 1 to 10. I will get out of the market, and these guys that trade breakout, they will be they will be stopped out, right? They will be in loss. They will lose money, and this is why out of the range we have the external range liquidity, right? But you may asking right now. So if we are on the bullish trend, and in the top we have the external range liquidity, and on the bottom we don't have anything. Yes, we have external range liquidity on the bottom too, and I will explain this later when I'll show you guys the three schemes I have to show to you guys in this video, right? That's the theme, the summary of this video. Actually, I'm just trying to explain internal and external range liquidity, then we go to this scheme. Actually, let's go right now, right? I don't have anything more to explain to you guys right here. That's the internal range liquidity, external range liquidity on the top and on the bottom too. Why? Because we have always breakout traders that are trying to capitalize on these movements, right? So let's continue, and now I will try to show to you guys a little bit about liquidity, right? Two types of liquidity. Look, this is the first one, most common one actually. Look, let me draw. Okay, let's say you will have your confirmation to took this trade, right? So you will have this, right? Breakout, and breakout. Of course, all these top are external range liquidity, right? Right here you will have a demand zone, of course, but you have demand zone right here too. And a lot of people will try to take a buy right here, but they didn't notice that this is a very clear liquidity sign. Why? Because the previous demand zone wasn't mitigated yet. So the position, the buyers, the big banks, right, the institutional traders that are positioned right here. When I'm saying institutional traders, sorry, I'm talking about banks, investment funds, hedge funds, stuff like that. I'm not talking about retail traders like me, right? I'm talking about institutions. They will see this and they will think, well, right here we have what? We have a demand zone. Let's wait for confirmation right here. And this just will not work. Why? Because the previous demand zone wasn't mitigated yet. What you actually should do in this scenario, you should search for sales when price break this high right here. This top, because as I told you guys, we have what? External liquidity on the top, right? So when price broke this high, you should wait. You should search for sales and not buys right here. You should wait. Buys here, you should just avoid them. And they will always show you some signs of sell. Sometimes the stop loss will be too much high to me, and I will not take them to the entry because it's out of my risk management, right? But most part of the time, this will actually work. You can have a chalk, internal boss, or even a boss, right? That's the most common confirmation, I think. Every smart money or supply and demand trader, people that trade in the institutional ways will use. And you should wait for buys here on the second demand that wasn't mitigated yet. And I'm putting this type of confirmation, we can call it a boss, right? Some other people will call it a different name. I know some people call it shift on market structure, but it's basically the same thing, just different name, right? Right here I'm calling it a boss break of structure. So this is when you should buy. Right here, your stop loss below the low, and targeting what? Targeting the external range of this structure, or external liquidity, sorry, of this structure. That's the first type of liquidity. First liquidity secret in my view, right? And you should be aware of this kind of manipulation. It's very common. It happens all the time, all the time, all the time. Well, guys, right now, this video is with already a more than 60 minutes. So what I will do, I decide to split this video in 3 parts, right? So this will be the first part, and I will make 2 more videos explaining the other 2 types of liquidity that I think it's more common, and a lot of supply demand traders are getting, just are losing money, trapping their money, trapping their orders in this kind of stuff that I think you guys don't need it. It's very common stuff right now on the market. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop your like if you want to, drop your like, and subscribe to the channel, to this channel, if you want to see the other videos in here in my channel. And I should warn you guys that on the description of this video, we have a Telegram group that I will launch my first mentorship in English. And if you are interested, the link is below on the description. You guys can just get in. I'm sharing my analysis and other stuffs, my performance on prop fairness, my payouts, everything I'm sharing on this group, and you guys can see it if you guys have interest, and you guys can, of course, get involved in the mentorship if you guys wanted to. So that's it, guys. I will split this video in 3 parts. That's the first one. The other one will be available soon. Hope you guys enjoy it. Drop your like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys are well, right? Take care, guys. See you guys soon. Bye.